About 4 days ago, a plane landed in America with a man who claimed to be 2,000 years old. Today, that man is visiting a school just like your own to tell the children of the world what it's like to be 2,000 years old. Kids, this is your chance to ask the oldest man in the world anything you want.
Sir, are you really 2,000 years old?
2000, October 16th.
How did you know how old you were back then? Did you have calendars?
We didn't have formal years, and nobody kept time then. We just sat around, we pointed in the sky, and we said, whoa, hot, whoa, you know. We didn't even know it was the sun.
Who was the biggest influence in your life? Your father or your mother?
Mother, wonderful woman, short and busy, cleaning and cooking and killing.
Killing?
Chickens. Yeah, sure. Friday night, anything but feathers was a goner near us.
What did you use for transportation when you were a boy?
Mostly fear.
Fear transported you?
Fear, yes. You would see an animal would growl, you would go 2 miles in a minute.
What kind of work did you do back then?
I'd take a piece of wood, see, and rub it and clean it and look at it and hit earth with it and hit a tree with it.
Why did you do that?
Just to keep busy. There was absolutely nothing to do. We had no job. Hitting a tree with a piece of stick was already a good job. Mainly was sitting and looking in the sky was a big job. And another job was watching each other was one thing. That was light work, looking at each other.
What language did you speak?
We spoke rock, basic rock.
Could you give us an example of that?
Hey, don't throw that rock at me. Put that rock. Hey, what are you doing with the rock there? Call a policeman.
What food did you eat?
2,000 years ago, we only ate what God meant, the organic, the natural. Clouds, stars, rocks. We ate big things.
No meat? Didn't you eat protein?
We ate the red ant. Yes, you have to be careful of the red ant because they're hard to kill. So if a few live ones are on your tongue, they'll eat your tongue before you'll eat them. You have to be very fast with red ants. Eat them because it's more or less a race with them.
Sir, I'd like to find out how some customs started, like singing. How did singing start?
Fear.
Can you sing us one of your songs?
A lion is eating my foot off. Somebody call a car. A lion is eating. That's a song.
How about the handshake, sir? How did the handshake start?
Fear.
If you were afraid of someone, why would you shake their hand?
To see if a fella had a rock or a dagger in his hand. You grab his hand. You held that hand. Then you looked and you opened it up, then you shook it a little. You may have a stone or marble, you could stick it in your arm. You know what I mean? Had to shake his hand.
Sir, how did dancing start?
Fear.
Fear again?
Dancing is the complete immobilization. Both hands, and you keep the feet busy so it can't kick you.
Sir, can you tell us how certain words came to be? For example, why do we call a shower a shower?
Most words came out because of onomatopoetic.
You mean they sound like what they are?
Well, listen, you'll go in a shower and you hear shh. Well, when they added the hot water, then you walked in and went, ow, so show, 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 shower. See, that's how we got shower.
Why did we call an egg an egg?
Look at that chicken, study that chicken very, 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 very closely. As it produces an egg, and you listen to it, you'll see the chicken goes, eggs! So that's how, an egg comes out.
Sir, you must know about some of our legendary heroes who existed during your lifetime. For instance, Robin Hood. Was he real?
Lovely man, ran around in the forest.
Did he really steal from the rich and give to the poor?
He stole from everybody and kept everything. Who knew? He'd give you such a knock in the head when they robbed you, you wouldn't remember anything anyway.
Did you know King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table?
No round table. Only when he ate with his family was a round table. When guests came, knights came, they would open it up and put in the leaves. So it was King Arthur of the oval table.
Is it true in those days knights would fight for a woman's handkerchief?
Oh, a handkerchief was one of the big fights. You happened to stumble on one of the terrible fights of the... When a lady would lose a handkerchief, two knights would go at each other on horses. With long spears, you know? And run at each other and go to kill each other to get that handkerchief.
Why?
Because there was no Kleenex. Once a knight got that handkerchief, he blew his nose pretty good.
Sir, did you know William Shakespeare?
Oh, what a pussycat. Oh, but that little beard, with that cute hair.
He was a real good writer, wasn't he?
Shakespeare was not a good writer, no. Not a good writer at all.
But he wrote 37 of the greatest works ever.
I saw the folios. You want to see what they were? With blots, with ink, with an L that looked like a T, with an M you didn't know was an N, an O could be a P. Every letter was cockeyed and crazy. Don't tell me he was a good writer. He had the worst penmanship I ever saw in my life.
Sir, which of the great inventors or explorers do you feel was the most important? Columbus, Einstein?
He was good.
But who do you personally feel was one of the greatest contributors to our civilization?
Murray.
Murray?
Murray was one of the big inventors. Fire. He was standing under a tree, and came a big bolt of lightning, set the tree on fire, and set Murray's beard and his clothes and his hair on fire. And he came running into the cave, all on fire, and I jumped up. I remember I leapt to my feet, and I said, "Get your marshmallows on your sticks! Hurry! Hurry!" And then we all rushed at Murray, but they were so greedy we put him out. Too many marshmallows.
What has kept you alive for all these years?
Will to live.
Well, children, the will to live has kept many people alive.
Not the will to live. Doctor to live. Dr. Will to live. The man that's kept me alive. No, yes. William to live, a genius. The man's a genius.
My mom says fruits keep you healthy. Is that true?
There's a fruit for any disease that mankind has had. Name the disease, I'll give you the fruit.
How about hardening of the arteries?
Bananas, because arterial sclerosis, hardening of the artery, you need something soft. Either bananas or a mushy pear. Either one will save you.
What about diarrhea?
Diarrhea, you gotta eat peaches.
Peaches? Any kind of peaches?
Oh, no. Not Alberta.
Really?
The cling peaches.
Why cling peaches?
They hold you together a little better.
One last question, sir.
Sir, do you feel there's any hope for the world?
As long as the world is turning and spinning, we're going to be dizzy and we're going to make mistakes. If some smart guy can stop it so we're not nauseous, then we'll be able to think and we'll solve the problems of the world. And thank you.